I'm so done with, I'm so done with, oh, I'm so done with, I got tons of soul. I got tons of soul. I got tons of truth. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. Each and week. 'Cause I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done. Each and week. I'm so done. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it. Each and week. I'm so done. Each and week. I'm so done with it. 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 Each and week. 'Cause I'm so
Hi, Dura.
done with it. Each and week. I'm so each and week.
Hello.
I'm not saying my son is ugly. But on Halloween he went to tell the neighbors to turn down their TV and they gave him some candy.
I don't know, Ducky. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Welcome in, everyone. Let's see. We'll start a little early and just have a quick chat. Hi, everyone. Good to see y'all. So this is gonna be like a shorter stream today. A good friend of the channel, Penguinish Liz, is having our first stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I want to at least get some stream in to maintain the schedule and keep you guys flowing with content. And we'll plan on reading out to her shortly after she starts to give her a nice little, a little bit of boost. Want to support our friends like that. And the first time's always a little bit nerve-wracking, if nothing else. So a little bit of friendly faces in the crowd, I think, is going to help a lot. And so it'll probably be 2 hours and change, 2.5 hours. And all the gremlins are going to, you should all come. But there's going to be a lot of gremlins in the crowd, I'm sure. But it's all keep our enthusiasm at a level that is very supportive, because a first time is very nerve-wracking, and we want to be on the positive side of things of gremlining. But all that being said, that's the plan tonight. In the meantime, I wanted to get back to playing some more Getting Over with Bennett Foddy. I was actually having a lot of fun with it, even though I'm not great at it. I still want to get more progress done and see how far I can get. Yeah, so let's go over to that. OBS, thank you. So I got a little bit further from my last place, but only marginally. And I keep on falling down, of course. I'm now up at the place where there's an orange, and I haven't gotten past that yet because I keep fucking that up. But that's about how this game sort of flows. You get stuck, and then you get some progress, then you get stuck, and then you get some progress, and you sort of inch forward. But yeah, an orange, like the fruit orange. So that's where I, a normal bog standard orange, Ducky. Come on, Bennett. Anyways, that's where I'm a little bit stuck now. I haven't gotten past that point. I did get, with some luck, past the weirdo staircase. It's a little janky to do it, but I've done it. Come on. And yeah, I would like to at least get to that point again, the orange place. If I can get a little bit past that, I'd be supreme. But, no promises. I'm only, let's say, mediocre at this game, at my best. Come on. Come on, gently. There we go. Okay. We want to pogo up and over. All right, cool. And up this wall, which isn't too bad. I like this wall a lot. It's a nice wall. And fuck me. But yeah, I want to get as far as I can. I actually really like this game. I did enjoy Sexy Hiking, the game that inspired this game. When I played it 5 lifetimes ago. Probably even more than that. Ah, fuck. And I see the inspiration of that game in this one. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. Even though it is a grind, it's frustrating. There we go. Okay. And we just gently. No, that's too much of a reach. We're gonna get a little bit closer. This part I actually find difficult, but also fun. Strangely, this part. We have to sort of do something you haven't really done in the whole mountain thus far. And as far as I've gone after this, I haven't seen since. Yeah, there's a Pogo version that's, well, I don't know version, but there's another game that's sort of frustration themed that is designed around a Pogo stick. I've not played that yet either, but I have seen Markiplier play it and a few other people, I think.
This is my favorite show. Wait, no. This is my favorite show. Look, it's my favorite show.
No!
Null_unjust subbed for 9 months. You seem to be getting over it.
Hey Noel, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you for the resub. A whole Twitch Babby. How are you doing today? Hope you are well. It's good to see you. Ah! No!
Hello.
Eh. No! Fuck. I'm doing okay. I'm glad it's Friday. Still a little worn out from Wednesday, even though I slept in a lot yesterday, but that sort of messed up my sleep schedule, which actually... Fuck. Counterintuitively, made me sort of more tired today, because I had to get up for work. Even though I didn't really do much work per se, I just had to go to like a 5-minute meeting. But just sort of still recovering from that a little bit. Trying to normalize my sleep schedule a bit, and you know, just get back onto a more of a normalized schedule a bit. I'm taking a bit a lot, aren't I? Anyways. And yeah, today I'm looking forward to seeing Liz's first stream. I want to get there and support her. I'm really excited for that. It's always fun to see a member of the community get their feet wet, and I'm gonna show them support. It's gonna be great. So that's sort of the plan for today, is a little bit of getting over it and going to support Liz's first stream. I'm so hyped about it. She's a pillar of the community, and I am happy to see what she does with OBS and all the toys, you know, that brings. Come on. Yeah, Penguin gets her feet wet. I get it. I get it. Fuck balls. Funny enough, I still have a box full of hot sauce that I'll have to find a use for, because I still have that plus the bottles I normally used. So I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of Taco Bell in my future, I guess. I don't know. Come on. That sauce actually goes great with Taco Bell tacos, not gonna lie. Come on. Another thing about this game, the input's so unintuitive or nuanced or just plain weird. It always takes me a good while to get like somewhat used to it again. And all that kind of thing, like the whole like delicate control with the hammer. Whataburger spicy ketchup. I'm not a fan of Whataburger, unfortunately. I don't think I've had their spicy ketchup, but like I've had a normal burger from them once, and it was very disappointing. I think them and Steak and Shake are my two least favorite burger places. My absolute favorite will always be In-N-Out. I love the way they taste. I love the fries. I love the secret menu, and what I really love about In-N-Out, I've spoken about this before, they treat their employees with dignity. They actually pay like a living wage. They give them benefits, education, like the whole 9 yards for fast food. So that they're always gonna be my favorite. Probably close second would be Five Guys, even though they're kind of overpriced. I do like Smash Burger. It's another good option. I was not a huge fan of their potato rolls, their buns. It's doesn't go as well as like a sponge bread, in my opinion. But those aside, I'm always, a fan of like the classics like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. I wish Jack in the Box was out here, because I do like them as well. Yeah, the free peanuts are nice. I'm not a huge fan of like the vinegar take on fries, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of vinegar to begin with, so it kind of makes sense. Come on. There we go. But what I like about Five Guys, once you get over the price premium kind of thing, is that you get a pretty hefty burger. That's, pretty good ingredients, good quality, and a metric fuck ton of fries. Which, oh my god. If you want fries, it's like, okay, you have fries and more fries and more fries. Oh, and you want some more fries? Here's some more fries. And yeah, you just have like all the fries ever in a whole bag. A lot of fries, and I love fries, so it's a good thing. I get to feel my life draining out of me as the cholesterol clogs my arteries, and I'm happy about it. So yeah, Five Guys is definitely a good call. Just the only negative I have for them is that they're sort of pricey for how good they are, in my opinion. Again, like citing a comparison to like In-N-Out, you have what can be arguably better burger and fries for cheaper, and they treat their employees even better. So there's really no excuse besides like corporate greed with them, which is not uncommon, let's be honest here. But yeah, that's sort of like the gist of it for me and with them. Inch. Gently. Yeah. There we go. This part's not too bad. It feels like I'm lighter weight or something today, but whatever. Yeah. Love In-N-Out. I love their secret menu, like the Neapolitan milkshake. The 3x3s, 3x4, 4x4s, animal style fries. It's just all good stuff. Fuck. Okay. Onward and upward. Okay. Yeah, I know. America, corporate greed, just never go together, right? But all that aside, like, you know, like McDonald's, Burger King are all, and Wendy's are all guilty of that. So it's not like they're, you know, superior in that regard. Unfettered capitalism, what do you expect, right? So yeah, the end all be all of it. But all that aside, I like their products. I like see, like McDonald's, I really like their chicken nuggets and fries. Their burgers are okay. They're not bad. They're okay. Like once in a while I get a craving for a Big Mac, not gonna lie. The sauce just makes it for me. I know I can make it at home, but it's just, I don't know. How rarely I get a craving for it, it's just not worth it. But yeah, I love the Big Mac sauce. That's what really gets me. Burger King, not the best fries, but what I like about them is that I swear the meat tastes better for them than McDonald's. And it might be just the flame broiling they do, or what, I don't know. Yeah, but it's okay. It's not like it's bad now. The sauce is what makes it, and that didn't really change for me, so I'm not upset. I do like they improved the meat quality for like the quarter pounders and the double quarter pounder. I think that was a positive improvement on their part. Like you get like a double quarter pounder deluxe. It's actually not a bad burger. Not bad. Nothing to write home about, but not bad. And rarely I'll get into like a weird mood and want to get a McChicken. Like that will scratch an itch for me. Like if a chicken nugget's not exactly what I want, McChicken. It's pretty good. Force me it. Oh, okay, I'll just do it that way. Wendy's, Baconator, solid, good burger. Fries, what I like about Wendy's fries, they leave the skin on, so it adds a nice texture and extra flavor to it. And what really sets Wendy's apart for me is they have the chili and baked potato options. And yeah, once in a while I'm like, I want some damn chili, and Wendy's is open, so they get my business. And yeah, sometimes I want a baked potato for some reason. Don't know why. I just like, I want that. And there you go. Fuck balls. Okay. Gently. Gently. Trying to think of what else. So on the East Coast it's known as Hardee's, but on the West Coast is known as Carl's Jr. Another good burger shop. I basically was constructed out of Western bacon $6 burgers or whatever, $5 burgers. I forget the name of them. It's been so long. Those are really good. Just like something about like barbecue sauce with onion rings on a cheeseburger, so good. I don't know why. It just hits home. I haven't had that. Though I will say Wendy's had a dish called a slam burger that was super good, where you had a fried egg and hash browns on a burger, and then you had like the side of fries like normal, and it was just pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, I was down for the slam burger. I don't think they do it anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, it was super good. You can opt in for paying a little extra to get avocado on it. It was like, yeah, the egg was super good. Like Wendy's does, or not Wendy's, Denny's does good eggs for the most part. Like considering what they are. You know, a B-rate diner, right? Fuck. That's not how you do that. I was trying to recover it, but I wasn't able to. Yeah, Denny's does decent eggs. Denny's is a slightly more upscale Waffle House. If you've ever been to a Denny's. So I assume if you're in the continental US, you've either been to a Denny's or a Waffle House in your lifetime. So they're not really like fast food, they're just diner food. Another good diner place I've gone to as a kid was a place called Coco's. Really good. Pricier for it, obviously, but overall, it was a good deal when you want something a little bit more quality oriented than Denny's. Been to Denny's, IHOP, and Waffle House. Okay. IHOP's like in the middle between like Coco's and Denny's, in my opinion. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not bad. You know, it's okay. What makes IHOP, in my opinion, what really like sets them apart is they usually have a good assortment of like pancake syrups, which is like a weird thing to set them apart, kinda, but it's true. Like their pancakes themselves, not really all that extraordinary, but the syrups really set them apart. Like, where else do you get like raspberry pancake syrup? Nowhere, only at IHOP. That's really cool. But yeah, trying to think of anyone else. No, I can't really think of any, but yeah, it's like those are like my main go-tos. Yeah, raspberry pancake syrup at IHOP. Obviously the classic, you know, maple syrup, which is, you know, a good solid choice always. But what are you gonna do? I think they also have a blueberry pancake syrup, which is also really good if you're not feeling raspberry for whatever reason. And I vaguely recall them having a strawberry one too, but I'm not sure about that. Someone have to check somewhere on that for me, but it's all good. End of the day, you're still having breakfast food, and like for me, I just love a good old-fashioned set of like scrambled eggs, hash browns, and some toast and some bacon. That's it. Like, I'm super simple on that. Rarely I'll get into like the mood that I want some hollandaise sauce and get an eggs benedict. That's super good. There was a shop, a little tiny like family-owned restaurant near my apartment 10 years ago. It was like literally walking distance. You didn't have to cross the road. It was that close. Made fantastic eggs benedict, and I loved going there all the time because it was so close. Is it like chocolate syrup for ice cream, like just raspberry flavor, or is it, what else, like a squeezed bottle raspberry jam? Think it more like simple syrup seeped in raspberry. Simple syrup, if you're not familiar, is sugar mixed into water to where it becomes a syrup. Fuck. Yeah, not like the ice cream syrups. Those are much richer in comparison. No, it's like a proper breakfast syrup. Come on. No. There we go. And up. No. In other news, I think I recall correctly, Noel's birthday's coming up, and we're going to do a nice event with him on Saturday. I won't be streaming, but you can watch me play with him on his channel. We're going to have a good time with a lot of community members, and I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a really good time. Come on. Fuck. Yeah. There's like this new co-op game called Penguin Heist, and I'm somewhat excited to try it out. I love co-op games, and a heist game that's not Payday is going to be really exciting to try out. I love Payday. It just gets kind of samey because they haven't made many new maps. They've been adding mostly like cosmetics and new guns, which is all good. Don't get me wrong. Those are good things to add. I just wish there were more diversity in the missions and stuff like that. But there was another heist game that I want to get back to at some point. The name of it, but it's like this 2D top-down one that's all like retro colored. It looks really cool. I just haven't played it yet. One day I may get around to it. Maybe there'll be a co-op stream area or something. I don't know. We'll see. So many games to play. We just finished the Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts games, which was super fun. I had a blast with them. I'm not sure what I want to play next. Okay. There we go. So that's how you kind of get up. You just swing back and forth. It's kind of annoying, but it's doable. So part of the charity rewards was a Soma stream. We'll be doing that probably next week sometime or the week after. I'm not sure. This weekend's kind of busy, so I have to let that die down a little bit in my brain and figure out a good day for it. But Soma should be fun. I love fictional games, and I love transhumanism as a concept, so Soma is probably going to be super up my alley. Fuck balls. Just have to actually play it and get my pants scared off, which is, you know, fine, whatever. It's gonna be a good time. I love it. And yeah, I'm super excited for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So we have that. There's also the huge list in the Discord. I have to look over it again and see what stands out as interesting. Where's Jim Carrey? I don't know. Where is Jim Carrey? Fuck me. So that'll be fun. There's a playthrough of Factorial that I would like to continue that we started with Sari, but they're not interested in it, so I'm probably gonna turn into a solo playthrough, just don't know when. I want to get back into DSP because there's new content since I last played, and I want to see what that's about. And DSP is just a fun game to play. And I haven't gotten to their modding scene, but that might be something worth checking out. Add some mods to it and have some fun with that. Who knows? But there's plenty of other single player games in that list I want to get around to that I just never had the opportunity to. And I also want to like replay some classics that are some of my favorites. One of them being like Transistor and Bastion. Like two of the first games from Supergiant, and they're fucking amazing games. If you haven't played them, do play them. Logan Cunningham is an amazing voice actor. I do want to get around to playing Hades. Because I like Greek mythology. I like Supergiant games, and I love Logan Cunningham's voice acting, so I really had no excuse not to love the shit out of it. And it's a roguelike, so it's a lot of repetitive fun with that. Okay, back to here. This spot's a little tricky. You have to get to that camera in the upper left and sort of swing ourselves up from that. Fuck. And not fail horribly like that. I've gotten past that camera. Like I said, my current furthest point is the orange on the table. And if we get there, I can show you. But that's my current barrier. Okay, what we're gonna do here. And swing around, gonna grab there. And yeah, those damn oranges. Well, we have to get to them first, then we can curse at them. Never did trust them. It's all the vitamin C. You can't trust vitamin C, ducky. It's so weird. Like some parts of the game, he feels very heavy in his cauldron, and other parts he feels very light. And it's not. I don't know what it's about, but it just feels weird sometimes. Okay. This part is. This is the part I was stuck at initially for the longest time. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Once more with feeling. Once more into the breach. I forget the rest of that quote from Macbeth, I think. There we go. Okay. And get to the toilet. Toilet. All right, this part I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easier. Come on. Fuck me. Okay, come on. Whew. So stressful. Okay, got over that. And over that. Come on. We're almost to the oranges. Or orange, singular. Come on. Come on, you chamber-assed asshole. There. See? Oranges. This is as far as I've gotten so far. I know I have to go up and over that. Come on. There you go. Okay, I gotta be very gentle. I don't want to fuck this up more than I probably will anyways, but I want to make a concerted effort to be diligent about this. Fuck. Okay. So yeah, that's as far as I've gone. That's like the 4th time I've screwed that up that same way. But, you know, that's the nature of this game, is just frustration, sort of immortalized. but come on, no, 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 no. No, the orange is way too unstable to help us get up. Nah, it's a round object. You just slip and slide around on it. The extra height is not worth that. And once you slide it off the table, it's already gone, so it's only a one-time use, so we can't even do that now. And it's not worth reloading for. See, it's right there. You piece of shit. 5 and C, have an ass. There we go. Yeah, like think about it, like how well does a chamber pot or a cauldron balance on an orange? You know. There we go. This part's not too bad. This is a little tricky, but not the worst thing in the world. It's getting up to this part where the lights are fucking awful in my opinion. Fuck, no, 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 no. Come on. Almost there. Up to here. That's where we want to be. And we got nice and situated there. Ah! Fuck balls. Yeah. I did decide to run with Facecam today, even though it wasn't supposed to be scheduled till my affiliate anniversary later in the month. I just felt like it. I don't know why. It felt like it'd be a fun thing to do, and perhaps have another person or two in chat hang around for the rating to Liz, which is really ultimately what I want to do the stream for, is launching her off as best as possible. I'm looking forward to that greatly. There we go. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. Once more. See, yesterday I basically slept in most of the day because Wednesday was a ride. It was a journey. It was an adventure. And boy, did it take everything out of me that day. It was I was both wired and tired by the end of the day. It was such a weird feeling, and I had so much fun. And I'm already thinking, like, what else can I do like that would be fun for the community to, you know, interact with the stream and make an event out of it. I don't know exactly what's going to be solidified. Well, orange pun. It's fine, Ducky. Yeah, I just had to hit the puns to the bot. You know, half the time the bot just makes up like Chuck Norris jokes, which are like, eh.
Relationship status. Just tried to reach for my dog's paw and he pulled it away, so I pretended I was reaching for the remote.
Oof. 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 My condolences, my guy. Or it might have been the lady, who knows? I'm not gonna assume gender. Either way, my condolences nonetheless. And we swing, and we swing, and we swing, and we swing. Swung, swing. There we go. And we're up and over there.
Chuck Norris. Sperm is so badass. He had sex with Nicole Kidman, and 7 months later she prematurely gave birth to a Ford Excursion.
Did you hear the news? FedEx and UPS are merging. They're going to go by the name FedUp from now on.
I think that's their consumer base more so. But yeah, so every time it's a geek joke, I swear it's a Chuck Norris joke, which, I don't know. Kind of mid in my opinion. Okay. But what can you do? I always say, if it really gets super annoying with the Chuck Norris jokes, I always can just take that feature out of the bot. There was one feature I had a little while ago. It's called fuck off as a service, which was a funny feature. It was a dynamically generated website with a URL based on the query parameters you gave it of what kind of page you want and who said it, right? It did a quotation kind of thing. And I had a lot of fun with it. It was really cool, but I guess the server owner turned it off or no longer supporting it, so I had to disable it. It was a free service, so I really can't complain. It's just unfortunate that it went away, and I don't have the energy to remake it myself for something that only really I felt was super funny. I don't know. Wasn't really used that much, but end of the day, what can you do? Okay. Let me just reseat myself a bit. Pops and joints. Okay. Also, just keep an eye on Sari's stream and mod view. Just make sure it's holding together okay and they're doing fine. Yeah. Looks like they're having fun with some diamond painting. They did finish the GUR painting, and we need to find a way to properly frame and mount it into this room. I'm hoping to put it on this wall somewhere, but we'll see. We have like a million things up in the air and just trying to nail them down. Missed call. Their transcript? No. So, for the record, if anyone's trying to call me and you do not leave a voicemail or try and reach to the Google assistant, I'm not going to call you back. Fuck that. You don't email me first. You don't leave a message. You even try and speak to the AI that's answering the call initially. You're not worth my time. Apparently I'm not worth your time. So you just wasted, however much electricity trying to call me and got nowhere. So congrats on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna, I get too many spam calls in my lifetime to bother trying to track that down. Though I will say a few years back, I wrote a program using Twilio as a backend, which is a service where you can pay for phone gateways and SMS gateways and things like that, where you...
1 million is now following. Welcome in.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You can pay for these gateways, and what I did is I bought 10 numbers and started off doing automated calls to the number that called me, if I can actually get a direct line to it. It was rare, but sometimes I was able to. And I would call them over and over again, blasting, "Never gonna give you up," as revenge. And I wouldn't stop. And eventually I flooded their phone lines so bad they couldn't accept any more calls besides mine. And it'd be a couple of days and "Never gonna give you up," until the whole line just goes away. It was very satisfying because after like the third call, you get the recording to them talking back to it and just cursing. It's just lots and lots of cursing and slurs and or other horrible language, but it's gratifying because you're just giving them their own medicine. I wouldn't say I'm a hero. I'm just a vindictive asshole sometimes. Also, welcome in, Alien. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good afternoon or evening or whatever time zone you're in. Hope your day is well. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend and it's positive. So how are you doing today? And do let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name. Fuck. But yeah, it was very satisfying. I got the idea of like a YouTube video, did the same thing. That one time a scam caller called me. There was a period of my life where I got it like every other day. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So I saved the number and scam called them. So one thing I learned, the quickest way to get off like a scam caller's list is if you answer and there actually is a human on the other end. You ask for their company name, the person's full name, their address, and any other like relevant like mailing information, so you can operate business with them. Of course, they're the IRS and you want to pay your back taxes or whatever fucking bullshit they make up. Every single time I've done that, they've hung up and never called back, because once you get their contact information, you actually can file a suit against them for harassment and make money. They know better. But I'm on the do not call registry. I have now I have a Pixel 6 phone. And the reason why I got a Pixel 6 phone was explicitly so I can get the Google AI call screening. That's really the main thing that set it apart from the other phones for me. I got so much spam calls, I wanted that feature explicitly. So of course that's the first thing I turned on once I got it. And it was so nice that the few calls, realistic calls I got, I can look and there's a transcript of the AI talking to them. And I can answer the phone, be like, "Oh, okay, blah 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 blah," dentist appointment or whatever. Why don't I change my number? I've had this number, 25 plus years now. And there's contacts I've had in there I don't want to lose track of and whatnot. So I really like my number. I don't want to change it for that. I don't want the scammers to win. Let's put it that way. I want to make their life as much hell as possible. So I don't have to give up something that's rightfully mine. Yeah, I've had this number since I was in middle school, I think. Not earlier, I don't know. Reason why is because around that time, there was an active shooter in my somewhat tiny hometown. And like everyone else at the school had cell phones, they were able to call their parents and get out of school early. Because active shooters around in the neighborhood. And I had to go to the administrative office and say, like, can I use the phone number to call my at the time my mom? Well, she's still my mom, but point being, to get out of school because I don't want to get fucking shot. Shocker of shockers, right? And they're like, luckily I was friends with one of the counselors, so they were really cool about it. But they easily could have been dicks about it, because the policy was that you're supposed to use the payphone, which is kind of a relic of these days. Yeah, back when I was in school, there was payphones for the students, so they can make phone calls if they need to, like it was a prison. Actually, in retrospect, it was very prison-esque. Anyways, yeah, got a call, and my stepdad was able to come pick me up in like 30 minutes because he was out on a sales call. And luckily nothing happened. A guy eventually got caught and there was like no issue, but still scary because it's funny. Back then, mass shootings weren't as prevalent. Like, it's much worse now. So it's kind of like very common these days. Back then it was more of a scary thing. Now there's a mass shooter in the neighborhood, it's like, oh, it's another like Thursday, whatever. Like, it's so common, it's really nothing one can do to really change your life about it. But I'm not gonna get into like gun policy quite yet, because that's not a fun topic. Fucking hell. Yeah, but after that day, I was like, you know, I got lucky. I was able to make a phone call, but I could have very easily been trapped there until those buses showed up, and you know, not a small chance of being shot. And they're like, okay, we'll get you a cell phone. And so I got like a cheapy, like Kyocera phone. I don't know if Kyocera is even a thing anymore. It had Snake. That's all I wanted out of it, and I used my mom's minutes. Back then, you actually had to worry about your cell phone's minutes. God, that was a long time ago. I think it was about the same time like the Nokia brick phone was like popular. The Kyocera was like the cheaper version of that. Snake is a bonus. I love Snake. Funny enough, speaking of Snake, the first game I worked on out of college, one of my tasks and features I added was a Snake minigame, a Snake hacking minigame. And I made it all in Lua, which was fun, because Lua is an interesting language. It's very performant, it's very flexible, but it takes some getting used to because scoping is really weird with it. Everything is sort of like global. It's sort of like PL SQL in that respect, but yeah, I made a Snake hacking minigame, and part of the requirement was that the map for it, the map, which is like a 2D grid, had to be dynamic, or it could be set easily by designers. It's fine. It's you basically passing a 2D array of the map, and the engine will just work around it for you. So I made two maps, an empty one and one with like a really simple smiley face, right? Just to test the shit around it. Minigame in what game? It was Ben 10 Vilgax Attacks, which was a game for the PS2, PSP, 360, and Nintendo Wii. It gives you a time frame of when it was released. I was one of the gameplay engineers or developers or programmers, whatever you want to fucking call it, on that game. I'm not sure I got credit on it or not, but I worked on it. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I liked it. That game actually was funny. The source code was a fork of a previous game that studio did before my time called Coraline. If you're familiar with that movie, same studio made the Coraline game for consoles back in the day. So in the Ben 10 code base, for the longest time, there were references to Coraline code. One of them be like this lantern mechanic that I'm not fully sure what it was, but yeah, apparently in the game Coraline had a lantern you had to sort of manipulate and use and whatnot for whatever things. I don't know, it was a big piece of the game engine at the time for it. Fuck. Okay, let's get back to here. Anyways, yeah, I worked on Ben 10 and Toy Story Mania at the time. Didn't do much for Toy Story because I was on another team. I did a few engine upgrades for them, but not much in terms of like game development. I didn't really add many game features. There was the actual senior engine engineers in the other room did all like the link stuff, which is really cool technology. But the only thing of note I really added to the games, I feel, was rewriting the entire font rendering engine. And this is why I have such a weird anal attention to detail around fonts and text. So I actually know how fonts work. I know how Bezier curves are rendered into intensity textures under various hardware platforms at runtime. Because the only other way of doing fonts besides rendering from a font file, like TrueType font, which is the library we use, it's a bitmap font, where you have one size of font and you scale it. And it looks really weird if you're not running at 1-to-1 scale. And shit, it's very memory inefficient. It has a lot of drawbacks. It's very easy to implement though. That's one of the main things why people go for it, is that it's super easy to implement. It's just a 2D sprite sheet, and you throw it up where you need to, and you add some metadata for kerning, and that's about it. But a true font file allows you to change what font size to render it at, and you get really crisp anti-aliasing for it, which is really cool, and it looks so much better that way. But allowed me to learn things such as swizzling, which is my favorite bullshit like weirdness that Sony pulled off on the PS2. It's a requirement of textures to be inverted on both axes in little chunklets, based on what kind of texture you're working with. I forget what the swizzling size was for intensity textures of 8-bit characteristics, but regardless, it was really weird to learn that, because like everything came in like inverted and like scrambled unbelievably, even though in the actual data sent to the GPU it looks correct, but you had to sort of swizzle it so the hardware would unswizzle it. So weird. Things you learn when doing really weird eldritch things on engines. The Wii also required swizzling, but what made the Wii better than the PS2 was that the palette for the textures had to be swizzled on the PS2 but not the Wii. So the Wii was a little bit easier to do. Palettes are essentially like a little bit of data with a texture where all the color values are stored, and the actual texture is lookups to that. It's a really neat like compression way of doing things, so you save memory and disk space and whatnot for your textures, but it forces an artist to be more restrictive of what colors to work with, because if you do more colors in a gradient, the palettes become really bloated and then you're not saving space anymore. In fact, you actually use more space at that point. So yeah, it kind of forces you to be very selective with your color palettes, which is, whatever. It's a thing. God damn it. I also worked on the level 1 boss AI, which was really fun to work on because I got to practice some math I didn't touch for like years before that. Essentially, the boss was like this henchman dude, And he would throw bombs at Ben with the protagonist, right? And I did all the math for calculating how the ball should be thrown at Ben with some random offsets to make it more human-esque or more fair, I guess. Fuck. But it was a lot of fun because, like, there was a bug for the longest time where the algorithm that was there before I got to it wasn't written in a way where it accounted for a difference in height between the source and the target. So I had to rewrite the algorithm to handle that, and that was really fun to do in the math for it. Because it's the math for like adding an impulse to an object with a given mass to arc to a target with differing heights is a little more involved than one might think, but it was fun. What else did I add to that? All right, one thing I did on level 4, I added a feature to the engine to have dynamically scroll speed textures. So you're in like this tram kind of thing in level 4, where the player goes from one area to the other part of the area of the map, like 2 different areas, right? And it's connected by a tramway. Sort of like the intro to Half-Life 1, if you want a reference point. But the designers wanted where the texture would slowly ramp up and go full speed for a while, then slowly ramp down, just to hide a loading screen, right? That's the whole point of the tram, is to hide loading screens. And the engine didn't support that. Like, there wasn't a dynamically speed controlled texture in the engine, so I added that. That was pretty fun. I remember another fun thing. So one of the things I did for Toy Story, and end up using for Ben 10 as well. So the Wiimotes have a rumble feature, but unlike the PS2 or 360, the rumble feature on the Wiimotes is binary. It's digital. It's either on or off, no in between. There's no like strength to it. While the Xbox 360 and PS2 does support like a strength of the rumble, and the engine like abstracted that to the point where the designers would pass in a 0 to 1 floating point value and get a relative strength. But for the Wii, what I did is that I had the engine take that value and use it as a weighting of how much percentage of a second or millisecond or no second the rumble would be on, and the rest of it would be off. And in doing so, it would be pulsing on and off the rumble to varying amounts within a given second, and it sort of emulated a strength value that wasn't already there natively. Now that was a really cool idea to throw together, and Anna, the producer, the assistant producer, had a lot of fun with it. That was a really fun thing to do, because I had to go to like 4 different designers and do like blindfold tests, like does A or B feel stronger rumble to you or not? And it's like, oh yeah or no, and then I had to refine the algorithm a bit. How, because like you can't just do like, you know, let's say it's 0.75, you can't do like 0.75 of a second on, then 0.25 of a second off, because it becomes more, the rumble becomes too bumpy, right? It's not a smoothed out rumble. So I did more of a randomized percentage per frame with some like control like switches to around it too. But that was the idea. Shit, come on. So that was the idea around it, and it ended up working pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I also like solved a bunch of like random bugs and stuff like that. Like one minor thing was there's like this gliding form that Ben can take in the game and the animation blending on it was kind of rough because there was no blend points for it. Well, it was a blend point, but not a blend zone. And what that meant is that once the controller got to a certain point, if you got just in the right spot, it flicked between two different animation states, and the blending would cycle back and forth to look really bad. So what I ended up doing is I redid the input on that, where once the input got beyond a certain threshold in one dimension, it would switch to the other animation, but you have to go even sort of the equal distance away on the other side, so 2/3 between the two different points. So there wasn't like a dead spot that you can flip between the two animations. You had to deliberately cycle back and forth and really solve that problem. It was really good. I like how that ended up working. Nothing super complicated. It just took some out of the box thinking at the time, and it was my fuck. Again, it was like my first job, so a lot of the time was I was learning from people that were more experienced than me. I can't go up there, can I? It was a lot of fun though. Some good people there. Sadly, the studio is no longer a thing, and I don't even think the games are being made anymore. You might be able to find like digital copies somewhere, but I don't know. Fuck. Same thing with my second studio I worked at when I had business. It's really sad because like there's good people working there. The management and executive part of the companies were just idiots. I'm sorry. Sometimes they're just kind of on the idiot side of things. They just didn't have like good business plans for the long term. Well, first studio less so. They got caught in the great like wiping out of mid-sized studios that happened during the financial crisis. Second one, I think it was a lot more like poor planning on some products. There was like one in-house game that was going to be themed around roller derby, which, you know, has an audience, not a big audience, but an audience. Oh, okay. I figured that might be a thing. Thanks for letting me know, honey. That's unfortunate. Oh well, hope she feels better though. That's what's mainly important. I know Liz was feeling sick and running a fever, so that's a little unfortunate, but you know, I hope Liz feels better sooner rather than later. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing. Streaming is not worth the cost of your health, ever. But Sari is live. They are doing some diamond painting right now. It still holds up true. Today is going to be like a shorter stream. I don't want to go super late because I'm not feeling 100% myself either. And I don't want to push myself too much. I want to get to the weekend and also do my own version of R&R. And recover. And I still have some more birthday cake to go through. So I want to do that as well, of course. And just get my schedule mostly back on track, hopefully. I swear, some of this game is like super stressful. But all in all, I'm glad Liz is taking care of her health, and I am. Do you ever have that moment when you hear a tiny voice that sounds like Freddie Mercury singing "Time Waits for No One"? Can't say I have that particular voice in my head, Ducky. I'm sorry now. I don't know if it's just you, but I don't think it includes me in this case. Okay. Okay, we're back to the oranges. You fucking citrus assholes. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I have that particular sensation, Ducky. I'm sorry to say. I actually don't really get songs stuck in my head, really. That's not really a thing for me. I know it's for other people. And what happened to Liz? She wasn't feeling super well. She called in sick to work. She was running a fever earlier. And I guess she decided to cancel her inaugural stream tonight. I'm assuming because of those reasons. And I am happy that she's taking care of her health. That is most important. So, you know, hopefully Liz will recover. We might be playing with her tomorrow with Null's birthday thing. Fuck. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not disappointed not being able to see Liz's first stream yet, but way more importantly, like infinitesimally more important, is her taking care of her health. Yeah, her health is utmost important on this, so I'm glad she's taking care of it. Yeah, I think she's gonna take the night off, rest. She might play with us tomorrow with Null's Penguin Heist thing. Not confirmed yet with her sickness, and that's by no means a pressure or anything like that. So we'll see. I just hope she feels better as soon as possible and it gets back to 100%, because, you know, this is important. She's a pillar of the community. What are you looking at there, bucket boy? Weirdo. I was watching like a few other streamers playing like Sons of the Forest and seeing their reactions as they go through the game that Sarah and I've gone through, and it's been pretty interesting. I am super glad they added the quick slots upgrade. That was a good patch. I do super want them to add more like story and lore and things like that to the middle of the game, because the ending felt very out of context without more. Like, you get the bare bones of what's going on, but there's still a lot more they need to add, I think. And I think that's part of the cards. But current state, sort of lacking. But that's just the nature of things sometimes. I don't know. I'm looking forward to them adding more content. Fuck. And see how the story develops. Come on. Fuck, fuck, fuck me, fuck me. But of the games on the game list in the Discord server, do let me know in suggestions or anything like that. If a particular game really stands out and speaks to you that you want to see me play. I do obviously want to take people's opinions into account when making that decision. Fucking hell. So stressful. If I was an Easter egg in the game of a junior version of us in a bucket, maybe. Okay. Hammer stuck. I got it stuck. There we go. It was wedged in there good, wasn't it? Come on. Okay, the stupid chair's got in my way. Cool. Okay, got over that gap. Okay, orange table, you are my worst enemy. But what is this song? Let's see. Fairy Tale by Gianna and Gianna Loof. Okay, I guess the artist and the composer are one and the same. That's the song name. You always do Expedition Song Ducky to get the current song data if you ever needed to know it. Oh god. No, 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 no. Ah. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. But yeah, Expedition Song, I think will give you the currently playing song. Okay, back up to here. Yeah, I think I've tweaked a few things. So there's an interference, I don't know why, with OBS's hardware acceleration of browser sources and whatever webcam I choose. So that was part of the problem. And the other problem was the Bluetooth antenna I was using for the mask stuff I was experimenting with for a while was causing bandwidth issues on the USB controller for whatever reason. So taking those two equations out of the picture seemed to have solved most issues. I wouldn't say all, but most. We'll see. It's still just like a Logitech stream cam. It's nothing super great. I think Miss Mad Hat uses it as well, so it's okay. But it's not like it's a DSLR, just DSLR or like a mirrorless camera or anything super fancy. But it does what I need to do, which is be a face cam. I don't know exactly overall how I feel about the face cam longer term on the stream, so that's still in the air. Part of that being the charity milestone is to have a sort of like a finger in the air of like how many people care about it, how many people want that to change. Fuck me. And whatnot. And, balls. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a finger in the air to see, like, for the charity stream, how people want, you know, that incentive to be hit, and how people want to see it for a, you know, a month after my affiliate anniversary. Because I don't know, it's hard to gauge public sentiment, so that was my way of doing it. It's not a perfect method, but it's something. I don't know, Ducky, because if you just keep swinging, you're very liable to even knock yourself even further off. The input on this game is really weird. It's hard to describe. But yeah, it's really weird to describe. But come on. What was I saying? Right. I want to get a feel of the window, how people felt about it. If they wanted it. So I know, like, there's the old, like, not old, but there's a common knowledge in the streaming community that face cams are more popular, and statistically, yeah, there's definitely surveys and whatnot that would agree with that sentiment, but I'm definitely in the minority where if I'm watching a stream for the gameplay, I actually like it without stream cam sometimes. Especially when the camera window interferes with the HUD, that like definitely drives me up the wall sometimes. And there's really no great solution. The mediocre solution I have, like, in my setup is I have, like, dynamic camera positions on my overlay, so I can move it around really easily and tweak it to try and fit into most HUDs. I won't say all, but most. And that was sort of my, like, mental middle ground of, like, making sure the face cam can work with what I want to do with my stream. On, piece of shit. I need to strengthen my wrist. That's what's going on. I'm getting more dehydrated. So yeah, grand scheme of things, I want to see what people's opinions were and sort of just feel that out. And, you know, with the positive support, obviously I turned it on during the actual charity stream. It's going to be for the Soma stream that's coming up. And it will be on for most streams, probably not all, but most, following my affiliate anniversary on the 21st. I don't know exactly. I'll one of the things I want to do this weekend is get, like, some event stuff sort of set up for my affiliate anniversary later in the month, just so people know that it's coming up and I'm for it. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for it. I might just do another, like, long stream kind of thing. Actually, that's almost certain. I will do a long stream. Because that was fun, and having people show up and just celebrate, you know, a milestone is going to be cool. So I'll do that. But I don't think I would do anything super special beyond that. Maybe something with the hot sauces, like, you know, every 5 gift subs is like a hot sauce or something. I don't know. So like the hot sauce isn't too bad, but it's definitely not comfortable. And having something like a dynamic like that in stream would be cool. I don't know. I know like Chris, he has a sticker that if you were actually pay for it, he eats like a sour candy, which he doesn't like. So that's also a possibility. I don't want to wholesale take that idea, even though it's like pretty different. I don't know. I don't know. I still have to figure out something to do with those hot sauces. I will definitely do another charity stream at some point. I think I can only do one Extra Life one per year with the current setup. I don't know how to reset it. Fuck me. Fuck me. Damn it. But we'll see. Watch sticks, yeah. But I'll probably do something through Tiltify next time. They're another good charity thing. You're very optimistic, Ducky. I'm not as optimistic, but that's fine. You know, it's part of the journey and whatnot. Come on, no. Yeah. I definitely wanted to see if I can get further, and I have gotten a little bit further with this. But I'm back to square one too, so. The orange is cursed, yes. But like I said earlier, this won't be a super long stream. I was hoping to make it till 8 for Liz, but we cancel stream. I don't know. I don't know what I'd switch to even. Email? Oh, yeah, there's going to be data center maintenance going on in about 15 minutes. None of my concern, but there's have to let us know and make sure we're signed out of our VMs and whatnot. Why you whip up so high like that, my guy? Damn it. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to do something like Factorio, or would you want to just hang out in KSP? KSP might be fun. I would love to stream KSP2. It just runs like absolute dog shit currently. And I don't want to subject you guys to that kind of frame rate. So maybe KSP1 might be a good shout. Because we're just still digging around in our science campaign. Yeah, I think that's what's going to do. I'm going to switch to a break scene, run an ad, and switch over to KSP1. We'll be back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So hang tight. Thank you.